for 1 second?
What?
Can you use the towel for 1 second?
What towel? Why? What happened? Oh my God. What's good, bro? What's good? Oh, shit. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pin this comment. They're not letting me. Chilling, okay?
I get my shoe. Oh, my shoe.
That's good, y'all. I can't pin the comment. That's weird.
I need to get my shoe.
Girl, here. Get your shoes and go.
Thank you.
They won't let me pull it. What's good, everybody? I don't know what the hell. Y'all, excuse me. I'm trying to figure out how to pin this comment. I was trying to pin a comment. Every time you hear Tina, you know, Tina name, take a sip. Just a type of little, you know, celebration, little honor of the goddess, you know. But it won't let me pin it. That's crazy. It won't let me do it. Oh, well. I'm waiting on sis to pull up so we can get started. But how everybody been doing? Stop. What do you want? I told you I'm not going to keep doing this, Ladybug. I'm not going to keep doing it. So you got to find you something else to play. Oh, there she go. It's the best. Definitely was the best to ever do it. What's good, geek off?
Oh, no, it's what happened.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, you may be eligible for the IRS
Oh,
Employee
let me put
Retention
in my
Tax
comment.
Credit. It can take up to a year to get the cash.
Facebook be tripping on me all the time. But we just gonna buy, okay?
Okay.
But you waiting on the oh, I need to put that what's the name in there.
What was that for? Hey, guys.
Still playing the music, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, I still can't see my comments, but I put it in the comments. We do not own the rights to the music, okay? And I'm saying
Okay.
okay?
And we saying it ahead of time.
What's good, everybody? I can't see nothing. Obviously, I can't see anything. Right now, haven't kicked in. Peace, sis. What's goody? It's not letting me know nothing on my side. But it is what it is. I see y'all coming, so. But we got some things to talk about. But right now, we just gonna honor Tina Turner for a minute, vibe for a second.
Now I'm up here as is. This is naturally no lashes, mascara, nothing. I had a long
That's
day.
it. Okay.
Can you hear the music?
Yeah, I can hear it. Taking a break from homework. Come on. Okay. Peace. Everybody coming in. Give honor to the goddess. Okay. Now.
Thank you. What's up? Peace.
What's good, bro? Can y'all hear the music?
Can y'all hear it? Can you hear it? Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear it in the audience, in the comments. Because I'll take my earpiece out. Okay.
I used to love the song so much, especially when they performed it in the documentary, the movie.
Yeah. And shout out to Angela Bassett.
Yeah. For delivering a classic, okay?
Yes, she did that. That lady deserves flowers and more. Thank you, Lisa. So do you. And I can't even see you, and I know you're looking beautiful. Why? Because today is a new day.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Yes.
Where your cup at? I'm liking the Farrah Fawcett look.
You did?
I like it. That's what I call them. I don't know the actual name of the style. I call it Farrah Fawcett when the curls way back.
So that, yeah.
Farrah Fawcett, that's how she wears
it. With that Tina flip. Okay. Yes. You can never go wrong with it. Okay.
So y'all, we're gonna go ahead and play. We're gonna keep Miss Proud Mary. I got it on a loop, not this particular song, but I got it on her greatest hits. So we'll let the queen play in the background as we talk about her and her life. But before we get on Tina, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I still can hear it, right?
Huh?
You still can hear it, right? Okay. But man, I just I wanna let Tina be last because there's so much to talk about with her.
Right. Ended with a good.
Yeah.
Because we do got some other topics to talk about.
Right. So go ahead, Miss Shadrika, Miss Isis, and roll on that river.
Well, in honor to some other people that have transitioned within a couple weeks, and one just recently just transitioned today. Other than Tina, Jerry Springer transitioned a couple weeks ago. Jerry, we love us some Jerry. He will be missed, okay, because ain't nothing, nobody has ever done it like Jerry, okay. And Spike Lee father just transitioned too. Just today,
Spike
yeah.
Lee or Spike Lee dad?
Spike Lee father,
Oh, I
his father.
thought I thought you said Spike Lee treasure. I'm like,
No,
hell
no,
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 his dad.
not Spike. His dad did though, and his daddy was 94 years old. So yeah,
Hmm.
lived a great life, great life. Them the numbers you want to be in, okay? Definitely, okay. So they had life lived. So I just wanted to give a shout out and honor to them. They just transitioned. May they continue to rise in peace and power. Um, on to the other topic today. Prom has been going on, and each year prom seems to amaze me. Just the style and the time that people take to make their prom dates or they date, just epic. Okay, we've all dreamed of going to the prom, wanted to go to the prom, and that's the time you get to actually be that Cinderella. Okay, in a sense. Okay, but of course, with society, things change. The more we evolve in this thing, okay, the life change. Okay, so with that being said, this prom year has been raising some eyebrows. Okay, it's been some child, what the hell? Can't be me moment. Okay. So a couple, one picture in particular that has went viral, is the young lady in her see-through prom dress. Okay, it is definitely an eye opener. And also more of a confirmation of what we've been discussing with today's society, today's generation that's coming about. Okay. These young adults, are doing things, I don't want to say more than what we have done, but it is like more of a 2.0 because, of course, every apple has a root to it, okay? And it doesn't fall too far from that tree, okay? So, it goes back to the parents. It's definitely not the child's, in my perspective, it's definitely not the child's fault because you have to guide and direct in such a manner as a parent, okay, to basically destroy your children in the right way, okay? Um, and definitely with this whole thing. Go
But
ahead.
if you, as a parent, allow that to go
Yeah,
on, and it still fall back on you, but that's what you allow. So at the same time, I don't agree with it. I'm gonna state my opinion on it. I don't agree with it.
right. You can do what you raise your children how you want to be raised, okay? We ain't trying to tell nobody how to raise their kid.
I'm gonna throw my opinion out there.
Okay, yeah. Because you definitely, when it's in the public, it's going to be multiple opinions and
Because
thoughts. Right.
yeah, so I'm put my opinion on it. I'm gonna tell it to you like Big Mama should have told it to you. If you had a Big Mama in your life, if you didn't have one in your life, then I understand. It be like that sometimes. But um, I don't agree with that. That whole see-through dress, the it was too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you want to look your best for prom, lammed up, flossed up. I'm talking about to the nines, everything's perfect. You are picture perfect. People can catch you off guard, and it don't even matter. The
Right.
shit still gonna be fly. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's prom, but my
You
young
definitely
lady,
want to go all the way out.
you don't have to do all of that.
Right.
You're gonna go all the way out. It's expensive. That shit costs.
Right.
The hair, the makeup, the whole dress, the shoes, to make sure everything rocking. And then the young man, he got to match your fly too.
Right.
So his shit is expensive. And at the same time, it's like you can look your fabulous best without literally showing your ass.
You definitely right.
You don't have to have nothing see-through on that you feel as if will enhance your beauty because you're already beautiful.
Right.
You don't have to put on nothing that shows. Of course, some of the dresses, they're cut low,
Right.
and they ain't really doing too much to me. They're not
Right.
doing too much. I still feel like the ladies look beautiful. So if you're showing like a little light, whatever the situation may be, and parents approve of it, by all means. But you don't got to get bucket naked to go to prom. You already got the dude. That's who's going with you. I mean, I don't know if that's who you probably gonna end up at with the end of the night, or if you hopefully you don't end up with nobody at the end of the night. But majority of the time it goes down at prom.
Right.
If it ain't already
It does.
went down. So,
Definitely can't be oblivious to that. Because we
can't
all
you gotta acknowledge that shit too. It goes down at prom. Majority of the time, I ain't gonna say majority because 9 out of 10 the girl probably already ain't a virgin. But if she is, prom is the night. If he does everything right, and if she does everything right, it's gonna happen.
Right.
And parents,
Right.
I'm just telling you now, don't be trying to be in denial of, oh no, my baby don't, my daughter don't. Well, if she doesn't, I hope that she doesn't. But if you are prepared for the worst, then it will be nothing when the best comes. Because you was already knew,
Right.
yeah, I know my baby, you just in the third, but I'm still gonna prepare myself to people gonna do what people do. They experience things, you know what I'm saying? He might be talking sweet things in the ear. You don't know. She might be
Right.
down there. You know what I'm saying? So, and they probably already got a room. He done got a room. You just don't
Okay.
know.
Somebody don't give him a hookup. Okay.
Somebody done gave them kids a hookup. And you can't say that they won't. It might be your motherfucking sister who gave them
Okay.
a hookup. Oh, I got my niece a room. Oh, I got my nephew a room because I knew what time it was. You just don't know. Just be prepared for the worst. So you ain't got to get ready. You already ready.
Stay ready.
Okay? But just be cautious on what you guys are putting on. You know what I'm saying? You guys, y'all look so good in your prom dresses. I've been watching Drake. No, I just saw her picture after picture after picture of the dresses. Y'all showing out.
Okay.
Showing out. And it makes it harder for the next generation to come because I ain't saying nobody in competition because however you do it.
But it is when it comes to social media, it's like, the whole energy of, yes, we gonna get this many. This generation, this time of day, is all about likes, views, and it draws in the attention. And sometimes it's not the right attention. But our younger generation, they go off of that, so they gonna go harder for everything that they do. They trying to make a statement in a sense, like, they stamping, okay? They ain't coming short, all right? So, it do put a little pressure as well, because you want to make sure you like everybody else is looking somewhat, top notch. You got to look nice, right? So people are starting to do things I would have never thought to that extreme, for prom, and it's just taking it up to another level. And that level has gotten, to me, it has gotten to a place where everything is about social media when it comes to this generation. Everything is about, their whole life is surrounded around social media. Okay. They was born into this age of technology. Yeah, it's too much energy in it. Yeah, it's too much energy in it. So to see a younger lady, in such attire, okay, and especially for prom, it's like something's, you don't look at the child automatically. You look at the parent like, what are you thinking? Where's the father in a sense? Because I know a lot of men was like, if the father was there, this wouldn't be going on. And like I had to tell one young man the other day under my post, he was like, but the father was there, it wouldn't be that. The key words is if the father was there. Would this be allowed?
Who said the father not?
Huh?
Who said the father is not?
Yeah. Who says the father is not? Because even if the father is there and still allowing it, to me, that's still, a lot of people live their dreams, their reality through their children. All right. And it takes away from a positive guidance. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want your child. Do you know how many predators it is out here today? Not saying that I live off of that energy, but just to know that all of this is out here and you put it on a public platform, you're going to get the backlash. You're going to get the opinions. You're going to get all of that. The fathers were taking pictures too. Exactly. It makes you think like, okay, if you think this is suitable, you could be a pedophile to me. Because to me, if that is suitable for your daughter, that means that you could be looking at another young lady in the same image. Not saying that you're looking at your daughter that way, but if that is acceptable for a young girl, that lets me know your mindset is not in a wisdom to me. You're still stuck in some type of childlike mindset to think that that's acceptable. Ain't no real man gonna let his child go out like that. It's all about standards. So they don't make it no better either, even if the man is there. That makes me question you as a father. Okay, go get me the soda.
I agree with you on that one because,
Peace, sis.
It could possibly be a small percent chance that he ain't no pedophile. But at the same time, it do make you think. It do make you stop and think. You seeing your daughter get ready for prom and she fucking half-ass naked or damn near naked. And this ain't no prom attire. And your daughter, your young lady is going, you know what I'm saying?
Prom. Is teachers there too? Other authorities.
The only way I see the dad just really just letting that slip through is if the mom had more to do with it than the dad. You know what I'm saying? Like the mom and the daddy not together, so it wasn't a parent agreement. It was more mom than dad, and by the time dad found
it
out,
is normally with prom too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So by the time dad found out, it's pictures all on the internet and this, that, and the third, and he just like, that I could see a case like that. But if you there and and you taking the pictures, like, she said in the comments, yeah, that do make me feel like, what the fuck you got going on?
Right.
You really feel like that's okay? As a father, you want your daughter to be half-ass naked, ass cheeks out, see through every fucking thing off. She just got a swimsuit up under a sheer shit that's on top of it.
That's great.
That's it.
Great for the beach, baby, but it definitely ain't great for the prom for me.
Out to the beach, just like the young lady talking about. It's cool if it was swimwear. Yeah, it would be, especially if we're at the beach, because keyword swimwear. We're swimming. This is swim. If you're at the beach looking at some young ass kids in a sexual ass manner because they got on swimwear and that's what the fuck they supposed to have on, something wrong with you. You need to check you. So of course, yes, it would be okay if it was swimwear. But bitch, this ain't swimwear. This is prom wear. It's not appropriate. Certain you have to know when to turn off that ghetto and when to do it.
Right, because you wouldn't go into court. You wouldn't go into a courthouse like this. I hope
exactly. You never know. I'm supposed to walk in the courthouse with a bonnet on these motherfucking days, to be honest. Like seriously.
Society has really became like, you know, it is what it is type shit. And I mean, you know, it just makes you look at things a little bit different, especially when you got kids too. Even like with the girl going to her kindergarten son's graduation, she looked like she was straight at the beach.
You know what I'm saying?
Shorts is unbuckled, cheeks are out. You know, and it's like, okay, it's all right to be comfortable in your body, your skin, okay, definitely is, but you got to cherish that in such a way, you know what I'm saying, where you don't have to display it all at one time. Like, what happened to leaving at least something to the imagination?
But see, this generation have seen the city girls and
the city girls. But let's take it back. Let's take it back now, because we got Freak Meat coming out, and that's all about in the 90s, okay, the early 90s, and we definitely was popping, twisting, and big Daisy Dukes and all of that, okay. Okay, you know, so the apple didn't fall too far from the tree, okay. The club or fans only to class. The administration allowed it because they only want money. Yeah, the administration is definitely going to allow it because they're all about money nowadays. It ain't about no type of holding some type of standards or, you know, legacy. Not even just legacy. It's just all about this now energy and putting on and seeing what you could be, what I could do now, what I could do next to be seen. It's all about attention in this day and age. And hey, you know, if we can go digging all the way back, and then, you know, like I say, every apple has a root to it. Okay, so, you know, a lot of this has been transpired through our generation, the 90s generation, and now we in these 2000s now. So all of this shit is gyrating on down, you know. So these kids really got it honest, all right. So you can't blame the children. They really truly got it honest, but you know, the parents themselves, okay.
But see, again, it goes back to if the parent is okay with that. Because 9 times out of 10, if the parent is okay with that, especially the mom, because 9 times out of 10, the mom is the person who's pouring most of her energy into helping you pick out a dress, taking you. That is the time where you spend with your mom on prom, or a close cousin or a family member. Maybe you and your girls went out, whatever. But I'm 9 times out of 10, you're going with your mom. And, you know, y'all all going to the mall, trying on dresses, finding the perfect dress or whatever the situation may be. If your mom is okay with you wearing that, 9 times out of 10, she either can't control you anymore, or she wore the same shit to prom. Damn.
Yeah, and in both ways, in both incidents, still it's a problem. If you cannot control, it's not even about controlling your children, but it's all about guiding them right. And if you're not guiding them right, they're going to be out of control. Okay. And you as a parent, if you think that's okay, that just says a lot about you as a parent. Okay? It just lets you know, it gives you the inside of your household on what you would allow your child to do, the limits you allow your child to go. Okay? That's like feeding your child to a bunch of alligators. You just threw them to the wolves.
Yeah, you might want to say, here's my daughter. She's a bucket.
Yep, seems like definitely a reflection of the parent. What?
Yeah.
Stop! Don't do that.
Stop. You don't lost that nourishing touch to your child.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the situation may be, but That's what we got to say on that. And, whatever. Next subject. People gonna feel some type of way regardless of how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? People gonna have an opinion on it. You can't be mad if you put it on social media, guys. That's why people have podcasts, because people gonna talk about it and give their opinion on it. Now, a real person gonna let you know, hey, this is my opinion. That's not how I want my daughter to dress going to a prom. I do want her to be at her finest. She will be at her finest. Hair, nails, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, or whatever situation might be. I applaud my friend because her daughter just went to 8th grade prom. And she looked so pretty. Nice dress and everything. And hair was done, little nails was done, but the nails wasn't too much. They weren't too long or nothing, but it was cute for her.
Right.
Her little hair was done. It was cute for her. Her dress was done. It was cute for her. She said when she pulled up at that 8th grade prom, don't you know that some of them girls had on 11th, 12th grade prom dresses? Half up their ass, barely covering the bottom of their cheeks. This is 8th grade. Fuck the prom. This 8th grade prom. And you still got your 8th grader walking up in middle school.
Right.
Ain't even hit high school yet. Body probably still don't even fucking developed. And if it has, because we know some of these kids, they are already developed.
Yeah, they already, they developed.
Okay? You're supposed to be princesses.
And that's the problem, you know. That's why I say it goes back to as you know, these parents, you got to take accountability for the way your children are turning out. It's not their fault, okay? They only being led by what you allowing, okay? Yep, they even shape like adults nowadays, okay?
They definitely are.
You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't give the option to, you know, let them display it all. That, you know, we got to get that to, you know, guiding them. That's not, like I was saying on my post, that's not even self-love, okay? People using that self-love is so much of a contradiction of, you know, the exposing of the body. And that's not even self-love. That still shows that you're trying to catch some type of attention. And it's worth more than that, because self-love just deals with yourself. It deals with the inner beauty of yourself. This out particle of yourself does not determine who you truly are, okay? And that doesn't mean that you love yourself, because a lot of people will use that, okay?
I don't necessarily, I'm not going to say it's not self-love, but I'm not going to say it is self-love. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, some people are conceited to the point where they just feel like I can wear whatever the fuck I want to wear because I got a body to do that. And then you got people who are insecure in some type of way because there is a pinch of insecurity there, to where they feel like I just got to be seen to try to get people distracted off of my flaws or what I feel like are flaws.
Right. Right.
Paying attention to that. Or even if they do see your flaws or whatever, you showing off your assets ain't helping them, because it actually, by it attracting attention to you, now we see what the flaws are. You know, we're gonna nitpick with it.
You got that right.
It can go either or, either way.
Yeah, it can go either way. You know, it definitely can. You know, and I'm not. You know, that's why I said the child, the young adult. Okay, because that's what she is. Okay, she's a young lady. You know, in her eyes, this is beauty to her. You know, and of course that is her truth. Okay, she doesn't see nothing wrong with it. Okay, she doesn't. All right, so that's her own truth. It just shows, you know, it just shows as a parent, you know, going back to the parent, because regardless of what, your child is still under your care. Mama, they're still under your guidance. Okay. Peace, sis. And if you want them to not fit in society, because they don't have to, they need to be different, okay? And it's all right to take risks, okay? We're not saying that. But you have to at least guide them to some type of wisdom of It's a time and a place for everything. Okay? Not saying you can't wear this. This is just not appropriate for this setting. Okay? This is like ballroom attire. Okay? That looks like straight ratchet 101.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. Okay? Society makes it, they definitely makes it more acceptable. Okay? Society does, makes it more acceptable. And that's why I say, you can't blame the children because society is a big influence on them. Okay? And also the social media is a major influence on this generation. Okay? But it's definitely and it's changing. Okay? And it definitely can be scary as a parent because you still want to continue to at least guide your children into a straight and narrow happy life, to understand the consequences to each thing, such as if you wear this, be prepared for all the backlash you're about to get, my dear. Okay? Yes, you are beautiful in each way and whatever you want to wear. Okay? But be prepared, because even though we try not to be so judgmental, this media makes it. Okay? Judgment Day every time you come onto the net. Okay? So be prepared.
That's why I try to continue to talk to my friends, regardless of the internet. I know I can reach out to you on the internet. I know this, but can I still call your phone and talk hours and hours on the phone with you? Can I shoot you a text and you shoot me one back? You know what I'm saying? Can I pull up at your house and sit and talk for hours?
Right.
That's communication sometimes is really, really off. And you really need to sit down and talk to your kids and have them come in your room and sit down. I know sometimes they get on your nerves and you just like, oh my God, what is this?
Right.
But sometimes you call them in there and just be like, what you got going on? What you doing? This, that, and the third or whatever. I do that with my son sometimes because he'll be in his room just in there,
Right.
Come here. Like, what you got going on?
Exactly.
Back here. Sometimes I might go in there and sit on his damn bed. What?
Now, what you doing? Okay.
That's how you play the game? Oh,
families texting each other more now in the same house. Yes, honey. Okay.
I have did that. I'm not gonna lie. I was in pain and I was yelling and he acted like he couldn't hear me.
Well, we got reasons. That's a reason. But I'm saying there's people that do this on a norm. Okay.
But I have
like, damn, we right. I'm right here.
I done it. He'd been in the other room. I done been calling his name. He didn't hear me.
Communication is definitely the key. You got to give your kids the pros and the cons to this life now.
I done did it when I wasn't feeling good too, though. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, yeah, don't do that. I done did it, and I didn't feel like getting up, and it was lazy shit. And I texted them, come here.
That's why I said that's different. You wasn't feeling good, okay? It was not like
this particular day. And I done did it more than once. This particular day, I wasn't shit wrong with me, and I done did it. Because I'm screaming your name, but I bet you if I text your phone, you'll see that.
Right, and most kids do get with some other stuff. They with these, they can't hear nothing. Because I be having to scream my son's name, like, damn, I know you hear me.
Because if I come
tuned out, honey. We tuned out.
Especially if I gotta get up. I'm thirsty. That's really what I wanted you to come here for any fucking way. But I really want to know why you ain't heard me scream your name. After I cuss you out, not literally, but after I get on you, like, I done called your name, then I want you to get something right.
Yeah.
To do this and this and that, because you should have heard me the first time.
I'm telling you. But yes, honey, so yeah, this prom gear, honey, is getting more daring each year. I can't wait to see what next year gonna bring. But baby, as you know, these true goddesses is guiders for these children. I like let them know, okay? It's all right to dare to be different and do what you want to do. Wear it, honey, okay? But just be prepared because it's always going to be a different outlook, okay, on what you perceive as positive and great for you and which makes you feel beautiful, okay? Because I don't want to take away from the fact that that's what she wanted, okay? But, you know, you have to, as a parent, let them know this might not be appropriate, baby, okay?
This might not. No, it's not.
This is not appropriate, okay?
You can't say might because then they're going to give it like, oh, well,
yeah,
it might not.
You got to be stern with kids. Definitely got to be stern with them because they be looking for the little cracks, okay?
No room. This ain't appropriate.
They definitely will they be looking through the cracks. Okay, so yeah, you got to be straight up with your kids. It's like setting your child up for failure, okay? You definitely got, you got to be straight up with your children because this definitely like setting them up for failure. Just like the lady that went to school with the damn dupes on and they open and all of this shit. Lady. Lady, why? You in elementary, even any school. Why?
Nobody.
And it be our own damn people.
Yeah.
Our own damn people. And you wonder why. I ain't gonna say it. But I'm gonna go to the next subject because baby, I ain't even gonna say it. But if you know, okay? And you wonder why. Even with the kids who crashed, perhaps was in their blueprint, but still, this is just too much. Kids dying over hype. Come on, yeah, kids are definitely transitioning over the hype. Went too far, Drika. Kids just crashed in a car. They can't even count the expense for. Too young for this shit. Yeah, they definitely is too young for it. Their minds should not be in that set anyway. This is their prime times of, building this mindset of what they want to do, progressing farther, the wiser they get. I don't like to say older, but the wiser they get, So you definitely have to be stern, be real with them. Do not allow them to fall. Don't, that's your reflection, that's your light. All right. So you don't want their, you don't want their minds to be in that type of set. They're learning who they are. They definitely are learning who they are.
And we're supposed to guide them. Just like we had someone to guide us along the way, whether, good, bad, ugly. Someone did something. And then, you learn from your own mistakes, your own self, if you're smart enough to realize, like, this don't seem right,
I know, some parents will say, I just want my kids, I let my kids do what they want to do, because I don't want to feel like I'm holding some type of boundary. But that's the issue. You're not setting the boundaries to help them in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to let them live their life, without, strong restrictions, but you still have to have the boundaries so they can know, okay? They gonna mess up sometimes, but you got to still stir them right. This is you in the flesh, baby, okay? And you trying to make sure you get it right, all right? So if you letting your kids out like that, that means you still got some ways to go. Your mindset is still setting your children for failure, okay? It is what it is until they get with somebody that's going to actually help them change their mindset, because children do change, okay, from where they was brought up from, all right, and become actually upstanding, powerful people, all right?
Some.
Yeah, I ain't going to say all, but some do. Got to do better, so don't take us 30 to 40 years to awaken to reality and understand. Definitely not. There's some add-on shit. Babies taking on way too much and so innocent. They is, okay? Just going back to back from, generation, a lot of shit just been dumped on and dumped on and dumped on, and it's just the shit that we've been carrying, and now they carrying it, and they carrying it though, but they wearing it in a way like, you know, as the energy should be, don't give a damn, you know, but they not teaching the lessons of understanding these, you know, these experiences. All right, you know, but yeah, they wearing it real good, but they just don't understand the lessons. And it's crazy because it comes down to comprehension, and with the comprehension, not saying that they can't get it. It's just like, you know, that's not in my mindset. Like whatever, the pain, they wear that shit real good. Okay?
Yeah.
These kids are not as emotional as we were. They're very vocal, okay? And they will act the fuck up. All right?
And even if they ain't vocal, their body language is gonna tell you
Yeah,
what's going on.
body language is definitely gonna tell you, okay? They on this era, okay? But they definitely can, you know, the mindset is gonna change, you know. It's just got to be more and more positive influences, and because we need that, you know, we do need positive influences. We definitely do. So the more they have positive influences, the more that would change for them, you know. So hopefully this young lady will see this and realize, damn, you know, that's some real shit, you know. I understand, you know, how I look and how I wanted to look at it. It was just for me anyway, you know. But at the end of the day, the choices you make has a cause and an effect, okay, to everything you do. All right. So just be more conscious and more aware on your next steps in life, you know. They wear better. They definitely wear better than us. They wear better than us. We can learn a lot from them though, you know. We can definitely learn a lot from them. All right. Um the lady, you want to talk about the lady that happened, the thing that transpired in South Carolina? Love
Yes.
you too, sis. You are more than welcome.
You're welcome.
Always.
So that was a lady in South Carolina who, I guess, I'm assuming she snapped, and in the midst of her snapping, she she began to drown her 6-year-old child. She succeeded in drowning her 6-year-old child, and then proceeded to drown the 8-year-old child. In the midst of her drowning her 8-year-old child, the 16-year-old daughter, who is the oldest, woke up because she heard the screams of her 8-year-old sibling. So she got up and she ran to the screams to find her mother and sister in the bathroom, and seeing her mother, you know, trying to drown her 8-year-old sister. She wrestled with her mom. This is a 16-year-old now. She wrestled with her
16
mom and
years old,
managed
okay.
to get her 8-year-old sister from her mom. It was already too late for her 6-year-old sister, but she got her and her sister out of the house and ran to a family member house that stayed close to them and dialed 911. When the ambulance got there, they tried to resuscitate the 6-year-old. Maybe, you know, they can bring her back. And later was declared that she was died at the hospital. Um, they are saying something about mental illness or mental health. I did see something about mental health is real, but they have charged her with murder and attempt murder as well. This was in South Carolina. I do not. You guys can do your own research. It just quickly came across to me on yesterday, I want to say it was, and I didn't do too much research on it, but it was in South Carolina. I'm not sure what part, what city in South Carolina, but yeah, that is the main story of it all. I can't remember their names because, of course, they had some difficult names, but it's not too difficult, but I just don't remember them. And the sad part about it to me was the 16-year-old waking up to the screams of her sibling,
Right.
not knowing what the fuck is going on. All
Right.
she know is jump into action and see why are you screaming, and to find your mother. I'll stay with her in this household. I don't know if there was telltale signs of mental illness going on, any type of tell. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get to the bottom of it, and I am gonna further my, you know, I'm gonna keep up with this story because I want to see how this panned out for this particular situation and the kids, the two surviving kids. And you know, the 6-year-old, that is sad. You know, she's like she snapped for whatever reason, I don't know. Um, because you done raised one of your children up to 16. You done had her for 16 years. You ain't did no hurt, harm, or danger to her, no nothing. And then you turned around and had an 8-year-old for 8 years. You continued on. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later, you had another child. So you was doing good for them 16 years. You was doing. You had to be. You know, I don't know what might have caused her to snap in such a way to where she wanted to hurt her children.
Right.
Did hurt her kids. That is a trauma that them children will never forget. Especially the little girl who was in the process of getting drowned by her mother, someone that was a nurturer to her, someone she loved. You know, you never know what goes on in people's house if it's all peaches and cream in there. You know what I'm saying?
Really don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
I just applaud that 16-year-old for being able to be brave enough to step into action and fight her own mama to save her sibling. And she did that.
Right.
It's like her own motherly instincts kicked in
right.
at the age of 16. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how the spirit works, and they will go into a child or a young adult or whatever the situation may be and wake them up and give them the strength to fight your own mama. This is a grown ass lady. And this lady is probably putting the strength of all her might into trying to drown this child. And you know what I'm saying, things of that sort. And you managed to come in at 16 years old and fight her. That's like fighting a full grown woman.
Right.
And you still won, and you managed to get your sister out of the house to a nearby family member and call 911 and y'all survived. I hope one of them family members take them in, because they don't need to go in the system. Not with the mind frame that they just had right there. You feel what I'm saying? They will never be the same. Ever be the same.
Right.
It's different when you going in the house and somebody come in and rob y'all and, you know, you get traumatized like that. This is you waking up to the screams of your siblings to find that your mama trying to kill the second one.
Right.
One of them already gone.
Right.
She working on the next one. I'm supposed to be next if she would have succeeded.
Right.
If she would have killed that second child, guess what? The third was me. And she gonna have to really give a run for her money. Then she ain't gonna be able to just drown me in the tub. I'm too big for that. And clearly she probably would have really had to run for her money because she already fought her to get her sister. Like, come on, man. That's some mental fucked up situation right there.
Mental, what they call it, mental chemical imbalance.
I'm talking about that shit
all day, you know. And when I mean chemical imbalance, that means like that's trauma, that's hurt, that's pain, that is things that's deep rooted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she probably would have tried. You know, that's things that's deep rooted within that mother, and her seeing her children was, you know, yeah, that do reminds me of the reading when the lady with Monique just snapped. All right. Ain't no telling what was going through her mind, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with her as a parent, okay? And not only just the trauma that she's already enduring, you know, maybe, you know, she couldn't provide a certain way. Whatever her mindset was, she was already determined to take the whole thing out. She might have would have took herself out too. We don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But it definitely deals with a lot of mental chemical unbalance. You know, that means your energy is off, okay? You're not in the mindset to make a conscious decision in a sense, right? Because you're so deeply surrounded around the demises of your mind, what you've experienced in your journey, and it's playing out, and it's got a hold to you, okay? All right? Because
Yeah.
people in their right mindset not going to do that, all right?
Not.
They have more strong willpower to control those thoughts, to control those demons, as they say, okay?
Yeah.
Peace, peace, bro. All right? I know, right? I definitely need to drink my damn stuff, okay?
Oh, right on over here.
Because it just shows, you know, these I think I was talking about this last night. A lot of these deep rooted issues are they coming up even heavier, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And people don't know how to deal with it. So the easiest route for them is to give up, tap out, okay? Versus to tap in, okay, and heal, all right? They'll rather give up and tap out, all right? And sometimes the children are also casualties. And it's a sad situation all the way around. Family probably not tight knit with this person, all right? Because if the family was solid, all right, even if she had some family that was solid with her, this definitely would help also. So, you know, it's a sad situation. They locked that shit away. I'm in their own prison. I'm their own prison. In there. Hold up. in their own prison. Okay. I see what you're saying. They locked that shit away in their own prison. Right. They do that. They definitely do it, you know. It's a sad situation, you know. And mental health, you know, in the sense in this physical is definitely real. You know, if your mind is definitely not where it needs to be, this experience can get to the best of us. And if you don't have a strong enough willpower to continue to push on and you know and continue to live and know that everything is going to be okay, it will get the best of you. All right, and people would definitely want to tap the fuck out.
Yeah.
Be that 5 in same house, 2 against 3 in this time. And yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. I have to acknowledge this one comment. It was by Sheeva. She was like, and she just woke up out of the rim, probably saw it from the other side, deep story. Real fucking shit, my nigga.
Now, and that's some real shit. Now, think about it also.
Comments and stuff, but
Think
don't.
about it too. Think about it too. She's 16 years old. And even with the 7 of that, that's in the consciousness, okay? She's already tapped into the realm, the Christ consciousness of herself, which is giving her the awareness to jump up, get up, you know, because she's hearing, okay?
And then she said
Yep, you have to be in tone, mind, body, and soul.
now that she already saw it, now she got to go live it. That's why she was strong enough to fight her mama, because she already knew what was happening, what happened. Now the thing, she was asleep, so she came from the other realm. All she had to do was jump back in the body to go save her sister, but she couldn't. She could only save one, y'all. It was told to her, you can go back, but you can only save one.
And it'd be the 8-year-old, and you know, with 8 that deals with the infinite energy, okay? That deals with transition, that deals with new beginnings, that deals, it's an ongoing process, and it can be an evolution to all of this, okay? Yep, she's vibing much higher. Yep.
You ain't gonna never be able to separate them two. They sisters for, I'm talking about sisters. Like, bitch, fuck you.
Yep, that is so true. That is so true. It's a sad situation, but you know, the energy never miss anybody. Okay,
Oh,
and I was just telling somebody today with okay, hold up, deep was
Deep
probably.
was probably her child in the past life and the one and she saved.
I mean, they're reflections of each other. They're a reflection of their mother. The child is the parent, okay, and the parent is the child. So it's the same, yeah.
It's just a cycle.
Mhm.
Right.
It
So
definitely is.
do you think that she was the mother that was drowning the child, or was she the 8-year old at one point? I mean, I don't know.
It definitely could be the child.
Could have been the 8-year old. So she already knew what was
Because
gonna happen because
these cycles play out over and over and over through these generations. I mean, it might not be by you, it could be by another family member. Something that already been happened, you know, generations ago still will play out in these generations.
I know it's not fair. I know it's possibilities because they, really, to be honest with you, each scenario that plays out has already played out in a different type of way. The last time she could have been an 8-year old. At one point, she could have been a mama. Hell, at one point, she could have been a 6-year old that didn't survive.
Exactly.
So the story plays on over and over and over, and
That
it
deals
just
with that
depends
infinite
on who
energy, that
plays
8-year-old.
it. Mhm.
And the band must go on. Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got to be in that infinite energy of understanding too, you know? So yeah. I would definitely say that, yep. It's still a reflection of a reflection. Yep, we definitely gonna experience every version of ourselves one way or another.
Every scenario been played out over 1,000 times before it actually was like this one is a success. So play or this one is the closest to success. It could be
Right.
a fucking 50, 60, 70 percentile chance that this, that, and the third or whatever situation may be, but that's the best chance we got. Goddamn
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
it. That's the scenario we're gonna play the fuck out.
And now the cycle is going to be broken. Because
Yeah.
even with the 16-year-old with the 7 dealing with that Christ conscious or your conscious energy, your crown, that deals with a new reality coming forth, pushing forth. All right?
Imagine the story when she tell that story. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I know it's traumatizing, but I do hope that they kind of
Right.
do like a little interview with the little 16-year-old if she's up for it, just to hear, if she's up for that. Because to relive it and talk to somebody about that, you were strong enough to fight your mama. She might be strong enough to talk about it. If she's not,
Right.
then I understand. You know what I'm saying? That's traumatizing. But I hope she finds the strength to be able to tell her story one day.
Right.
And I
Definitely be able to express it because expression goes a long way when it deals with your emotion. Yes.
even the
Definitely have to, they definitely have to express it. You know, it don't have to be publicly first. They can do this behind the scene as much as they need to. You
mm-hmm.
know, I mean, because a lot of us do that. We'll be in, behind the scenes, speaking our truth and getting used to speaking our truth before we can even go public about it. You know what I'm saying? But expressing your emotions more and more, it makes it more easier to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I do hope they do have the willpower to be able to express their emotion because this is some really traumatic ass shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. Yes.
it's
It's
really traumatic. You know,
real live traumatic, man.
and I hope the people that are around her will embrace her in the energy of knowing her power and what she had to do to protect herself and to protect her sibling, which is also a reflection of yourself. Okay? You had to
And
do what you had to do.
shout out to the family member that also happened to be up to open the door because we don't know what time this was. We don't know if
Right.
it was at a decent time when somebody was up or at an hour to where everybody supposed to be asleep. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that family member that was up to open the door for them babies because that helped them survive too.
Right. Right. It shows, how bad the roots are in the feminine energy too, you know, because it's not just with this mother, you know, the mothers taking out their children is actually become, I hate to say the norm, but it's more logical, it's happening more and more and more, okay, nowadays. And it's just showing how bad that I don't like to say bad, but how term, I don't want to say turmoil, but traumatic the roots are, you know, embezzled in the feminine energy, okay, into the woman, period, okay, the things that we had to endure, you know, in this feminine energy, which has, you know, shadow us away, you know, and put us into a mindset, which causes us to not be in our right mind, okay, it just causes people to, you know, not be their authentic self, okay? It's like, you know, it's trauma. It's too much trauma. It's just too much trauma. I can't get my words right, but it's definitely too much trauma in the root of the feminine energy. And it just shows the more and more that this is taking place, how weakened that feminine energy has been accustomed to, because women feel like it's much easier to take their children out versus to face their reflections, okay? Which is the children, okay? And endure everything that you have to face in your journey and keep going to show these children the proper energy to keep pressing on and not give up, okay? So, you know, that mind frame is still one of the deep roots inside of us in this thing that we got to pull it up, okay? We got to pull it up, all right? But energy doesn't miss anybody, okay? It don't miss anybody. So the more and more that this is going to keep coming, the more and more that roof is going to have to be detached, okay? Because it's becoming to be more in public's eye, okay? Televised in a sense. So this is something that's going to be taken up out of us, okay? And we're going to, and it just happens like that. When we go through these things in this experience, we start seeing more and more shit. And the reason why we start to see more and more, like we start to see more and more people getting, you know, coming out with their molestation stories. More and more people, you know, coming out with their abuse stories. It's, you know, it's being more and more televised because those roots are coming up, okay? And some people cannot face those reflections, all right? So the easiest way is to tap out. But you got to have a strong will, okay? And you got to face this shit head on, all right? Not even just for yourself, okay? But also for the children, which are also yourself, okay? So your mental health has really been a major part in our community as well. It has played a major part. And that's something that we got to continue to express more and more, because it's going to help us in the long run, especially these children, which is us, okay? So that's all I got to say on that. I'm sorry I went on that Tina style, but
And it's fine because it needs to be said. It's fine because it needs to be said.
yes, like, you know, it just a lot of stuff is going to be more, you know, we going, as you know, people that comes from a certain era, you know, of upbringing, all right, we became accustomed to things, you know, so it's like it's normal to us to see it, but it's getting more and more, the more we're becoming aware of the bullshit that we allow, that we had a hand in, the accountability that we could have had to turn the things around, you know, it comes more and more, you know, more positive we are walking in that direction, you know, the more this shit gonna come up. But you got to stay strong through it, you know. And if you need any type of assistance, there's so many things out here that you can go talk to people, talk to your own people, you know. I'm always here too, you know. So it's like, you know, if you need somebody to talk to, find somebody to talk to, because you're going to need somebody to help you through this, all right? We know it's a self journey, but you're going to still need somebody to help you carry this torch all the way through, okay? So please find you somebody to talk to, because it's nothing wrong with expressing what happened. Okay? You have to acknowledge it, and that means you have to communicate. You have to talk about it.
Right, Mika.
Yep, we don't. We don't have that more anymore. Okay, hold up. My sis, that's a nurse, dropped some jewels on that. She was basically saying that's where the village came into play. Yeah, that's exactly where the village came into play. You know, that's exactly. We need that. You need positive influences. You need people you can talk to. Okay, because we know we all energy. We know this thing all operates off energy, and energy has to express. It has to release. All right, so it can continue to build strong. Okay, so yeah, mental health is definitely big out here. I don't like to list labels, because I know with mental health that just means that this person's mindset is chemically imbalanced, and that means that you're just not in your right mind and you need some help. Okay, that's all it is. All right, and we all need a mental break sometimes. Okay, even if you have to take your time, take your days to get your mind back right. We all have to have a mental break. All right, take as much need as you need, just till you get your mind back right. Okay, till you feel like you're ready to proceed on. Okay. But yeah, a lot of people like that in that situation don't have people to talk to. They don't know who they can go to, you know, and they try to face all this on their own, and this becomes the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to explode.
I don't know who to talk to though, you know. Like,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Don't know who to talk to.
Yeah, they just out here. They depending on their own. Or they don't depend on nobody. They try to do things on their own, and it's sad to say. Okay, it's funny that I was just talking about that earlier. To where people will lend a hand. Well, no, I'm not saying lend. There's a difference. There's a difference between lend and offer. People will offer a hand, a helping hand. Tell you, whenever you need me, call my phone. I am there. I will be there. I'm there in a hurry. Whatever. Just call my phone. Let me know. Da 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 da. You hold that in the back of your head. You brush it off like, okay, thank you. I appreciate this and third. Until that day comes. I feel like certain people, not all, but some.
Not all people.
Only offer that hand so they can have something to talk about in the end.
Right.
Because they don't truly mean that they really want to help you out. They offered it because it's the nice thing to do. It's the human thing to do. If you ever need me, let me know. Call my phone. You want to talk, this, that, the third, or whatever. But they would sit there and listen to your whole damn story and judge you and talk about you through what the hell you told them.
Yep, people do
it.
it.
Hard for people to trust other people. That's what
right.
makes it hard for people to lean on someone else. Because if you actually lended me your hand, you would have lended me your hand wholeheartedly without any problems, any issues, and nobody would have knew nothing about it. And even if somebody did knew something about it, it still was genuine.
Right.
Because not only did you offer it, but you lended it as well. There's a difference between offer and lend. Everybody offer you some shit, but are they really gonna lend it to you? Are you really gonna get
right?
it?
That's right.
Because it's already hard enough to even build yourself up enough to even ask, can you help me? When I finally do, you know what I'm saying? This is what you do. Like, come on, man. I told you that out of the kindness of my heart. I ain't even want nobody to know. Now everybody knows.
Right.
I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to lend you my hand, that's just what that is. I'm not even going to offer it if I don't mean it.
Right.
Because I know
you know what?
Definitely come to me and I didn't mean it. Now I'm looking stupid because I did say if you needed me, I'm here.
And this can go two ways too, though. Because it's gonna be people that's gonna always have something to say. Okay? And this is one thing that I carry with me. It's gonna always be somebody that's gonna say something, okay? And so regardless of who you express your emotions to, whoever you express your truth to, stand on it. They gonna talk about it, okay? It's gonna be somebody that's gonna talk about it. But guess what? In the end, it exposed that person for who they truly is, okay? If I'm being genuine enough to give you some information or to express my emotions or the things I'm going to, and you use that as ammunition to start a conversation with somebody, that shows a lot about yourself, okay? All right? Because I'm gonna stand on regardless what I say to anybody else, okay? Because you're never gonna know who gonna be talking. All right?
You don't. And that's what I'm saying. Both, like I totally agree with you both ways. Because if they talking, now you know you can't trust them because you'll never know who talking. And if you know what I'm saying, if you talking about the situation, now you gonna go back and be like, well, hell, I can't trust such and such because I did ask them for help and they done told everybody about the situation. You know what I'm saying? They ain't shit.
Right.
It makes it hard.
Yeah, that's an intimate moment too that you be trying to share with people, you know. Also, pay attention to how people talk, okay? Because if a person can say this and tell you something very deeply about somebody else, that's a person you might not want to say shit to. Because if you can tell me somebody else's deepest treasure, then I definitely can't give you none of my treasure, okay? Because I pay attention to the way people talk. Because if you telling me some shit that I shouldn't be knowing, I damn sure ain't gonna tell you nothing I know, okay? Because I know you telling other shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be cautious too, you know. Sometimes that fall back on yourself, you know, who you talk to. So if you knew this motherfucker was telling other people business, which you might thought they weren't gonna tell you your business, okay? You got to know.
You do.
Definitely got to know, you know.
For real.
Because trust me, I don't tell some people some real shit that I've never told some other people, okay? And some of them people, I don't even walk with them no more because I realize, goddamn it, you telling me other shit I shouldn't even know, okay? So I already know that you don't told my shit too, okay? So it ain't nothing new, okay? Because I see it, okay? But I know how to deal with you too, all right? You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to deal with people accordingly. You'll find out a lot about a person just about how they talk, okay?
Yeah.
How they carry a conversation. All right? You will find out a lot. Talk to me. Yeah, tell me about yourself. You know, you will find out a lot, you know. Pay attention how people show up in these conversations because that gives you a lot of ammunition about them and how you want to deal with them accordingly. Right? You don't tell their business, you gotta be telling mine. Okay? You gotta be smart about it, yeah. Yep, you gotta pay attention. People will expose themselves through their words, all right? The sound, which is the sound of God. They will expose themselves through their own words, okay? So you gotta pay attention. All right? So, but some people don't feel like they have nobody to talk to. And that's probably because everybody they have talked to don't told some shit, don't mistreated their conversation, don't use it as ammunition or blackmail or whatever, you know? So these people shut down, they don't want to talk to nobody, you know? And that's a lot of shit to carry.
So you explode.
All right?
And once you explode, because you're carrying so much and you ain't got nobody to talk to, you gonna explode eventually.
Yep.
Who's to say like what the mama? Let's think about the mama in this situation. For her to have snapped to kill her own children, what the fuck was going on up here? What has she been through what type of drama, not drama, but trauma has she been through to where it something triggered her. Majority of the time, it's a trigger, a major trigger. It's like turning on a light switch and shit go crazy. Or turning off a light switch and you can't see nothing. It's like, I don't know. I've never snapped to that extreme. I can't really just speak on that type of mindset. But your children though, like, what happened in
Right.
your mom's life for that to go down?
That was a selfish act. She probably didn't even want to leave him here with nobody. Probably felt like she didn't have nobody, so I'm taking him out with me. You know,
Could have been.
only she can, could explain it, but yeah, I'm probably 9 out of 10. It's probably was. Yeah. She taking out her kids. She don't want them to suffer. That she feel like she's suffering, so she gonna take them out. Okay, and she gonna take herself out too. Because 9 out of 10, I don't see her trying to not take herself out in the long run either. I bet you that was all the plan to take them all out. But at the end of the day, it just shows, like we discussed, how, these deep rooted mental issues lie, in these generations that we have, experienced, from other, our parents, our grandparents, and now us, how it still plays out, you know. But, we're getting to a place nowadays where, I think it's getting more easier to express, but you still have people who are still lost in, not lost, but still in their mind, and in their own mind, and it's kind of hard to come out of. It's kind of hard, but she definitely needs somebody to talk to. Definitely gonna need some help and some guidance. So I definitely want to send her positive energy to get that what she needs, because it's not good to carry all of that, and you try to
Yeah.
you try to take your children out, which shows that you need some help, with getting your mindset to where it needs to be back at. I want to send positive energy to the kids. To keep on progressing, to heal from this as well, because this is very traumatic. It's just very traumatic. You about to get popped. I got you. You better take this paper and go that way. Go. You already done tore my book up. But yeah. So yeah. It's sad. It's been a sad, kind of sad. Just I said, like I said last night on the reading, it's this week. Energy has kind of been started off low, like Shay said, sluggish, a little slow, low vibration this week. But it's gonna turn around towards the end. This week everything is gonna go up.
It always does.
Yeah, it always does. Everything starts off low, then it rises to above. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and dive into Miss Tina Turner. Okay. Because Anna May, all right, has gained, has made a transformation. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure y'all heard her playing in the background. My laptop officially has died, so I had to turn it off. So we can't don't get to play Miss Tina while we talk about Miss Tina, but we did play Miss Tina when we wasn't talking about it. So just to have a nice little bit of music in there. And my charger is somewhere. I don't know. I'll find it. But hey, about Miss Tina. Miss Tina passed away today at the age of 83 years old. So 83, 8 plus 3 is 11, which is 1 versus 1, which is self versus self. And that lady had a nice run in this time, in this zone, in this realm, in this world. She experienced a lot of great things. She had a great spirit about herself, even though she went through a traumatizing relationship that she did. she still managed to come out on top of it.
She definitely an icon of strength, okay, power, achievement. When you have went through so much in your younger years, growing up, trauma, all of this, she's definitely an image for that. She's definitely an icon for that image, because this, once again, all of this stuff that's going on this week, especially with the lady, like we were just discussing just a minute ago, you got to have that type of willpower to still overachieve everything that you have came through or go through in your journey, in this experience, right? You got to still overcome these obstacles, and Tina Turner did it with grace, baby. Okay, with grace. All right.
You gotta think this lady might get smacked on or beat on right before a show, and she got to put on some makeup to cover up what she can and still go on stage and show the fuck out for the fans who probably didn't even know or might have knew that she was back there getting hurt or whatever the situation may be, and she still gave her great energy to the people because she really loved what she did. You could
Yeah,
in there.
yes, and on the flip side of that just shows, regardless what you go through in your life, you still got to show up.
Still got to. You got to
Okay?
push to the side. As bad as it is, as much as you want to scream and cry and yell at the top of your lungs, you got to push it to the side and keep on pushing. And I know it's hard. Sometimes you do have to take a moment to yourself to be like, okay, let me get my shit together. But once you can bounce back, y'all, bounce back. It's good to bounce back, especially if you got a real person on your side to confront you and tell you what's going on. Like, hey, friend, such and such and such and such. I feel like blah 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 blah. What's going on? Talk to me. Are you okay?
Right.
Anything like that or whatever. So
Just really think, like, even before she had the friend that actually reached out, how much she endured and still came on stage, because this life is a stage, okay? And still put on a show, okay? Life is gonna have its tweaks. It's gonna have its flip sides, okay, of things, okay, the ups and downs, all right? We gonna go through some shit. Some of us will go through the worst shit. We will, some of us won't, but we all go through something, okay? And we still have to go on the stage and perform with grace, all right?
nothing ever happened.
Like nothing ever happened. Like they said, people will put on a smile and they've been enduring so much pain. That's the self versus self. All right. You got all this pain, all right, that you got to reflect on, you got to deal with inside of you. Okay. And sometimes it's got to be constantly, and sometimes it's just every now and then. Okay. But you got to still come out, okay, and not allow that to disturb you in a way where it's going to keep you off course or keep you stuck in your mind, right? Okay. So she's definitely an icon for the power, okay, that goddess, that divine power that you must carry through this thing, okay, because it's going to be self versus self all the way through. And it's not a coincidence that her number is 11, okay? Adds up to 11, which is that 2, okay?
1 versus 1.
All right. Also with Tina, her son transitioned 5 years ago, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Her son transitioned 5 years ago. Both of her children actually transitioned. Her last one, that was her child, biologically, just transitioned 5 months ago, okay? And this lady is still, okay, this goddess was still pushing through life, okay? pushing through life, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Until it was time, you know. And like I always say, when you're ready, you're ready, okay? Especially when you get up to a certain age, okay? Some
80.
people just be, you know, it just be the energy, you know. It like I said, energy doesn't miss. And when it's your time, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
83 years though. 83 years, that's a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm saying, I mean, you know people that go longer than that, they might go to their 90s or whatever. I think my grandmother, I want to say my grandmother, she was in her 90s if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, yeah, she was in her 90s. My grandmother was. But still, 83 to even be able in this time and age to say that you didn't got to 83.
Yeah, it's like it's unnormal to not see. It's like it's not normal to see that, you know. And society has became that way because it's really not normal to see, you know, those age of wisdom, you know, carry, you know, in those ages, 80s and 90s and 100s. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
when years back that was the norm. Okay,
Yeah, it was. That's why certain people of that caliber, certain people of that bracket are still living to 80s, 90s, and above because they grew up in that
just
time.
think about it. Tina was 40 something, 39 something when I was born.
Okay, and guess what she was doing? On stage running the fuck around
Okay.
like she wasn't 40.
All right.
She was
And
still.
nowadays people are they transition at this age. It's like they tapping out early. Okay, this energy is taking them out early, left and right. All right. But you know, Tina Turner is definitely an icon for all women, all people. She definitely wore her heart on her sleeve. Okay. Yep, that
Good.
healing does get you far. And Tina was definitely spiritual. She was definitely a spiritual goddess. She was all into self-healing, you know, self-love, all of that, you know. So that actually do get you a long way in life. It does.
And y'all can see, y'all remember in the movie when her homegirl put her on, it was Buddhist, but regardless of what it's still a form of spirituality. So would it been a form of spirituality, it was what she used to get her mind frame back to where she needed it to be, because the last time her homegirl seen her was in the hospital.
Right.
She came and visited her. She even lied and said that she was family just so she can get in the door to see anime in the hospital. You gotta think what kind of friendship that is, to where you've been on the show, your friend girl, is no longer a part of your group anymore. Y'all grew up together, she was a part of your group, and then, situation happened with you and your husband to where she's no longer a part of the group anymore. But she never stopped being your friend, because her not stopping being your friend led her to come to the hospital when no one else was at that hospital with you. And the man was in the hospital by herself.
Right.
Mama wasn't in there with no daddy in there, no cousins, no none of that, no band, no background singer. She was laid up in the hospital. Hell, I wasn't even in there.
Right. Right.
She got through to come and get her see her friend.
Yep.
She did. And she did. And when she came in there and see her friend, she gave her some spirit. She said, "You come and see me, and we could talk about this, that, and third." And guess what? She went and seen her friend, learned
Okay.
something new, and got her mind back together. And you couldn't tell anime nothing. Not even when Ike pulled a gun out on her and
Do you
told
believe that it's like other people that could be like a higher version of yourself? Because I really do see that with her friend. You know, that's of course, we all reflections of each other, right? We have the
yeah,
low reflections of ourselves, and we have higher reflections of ourselves. And I feel like that type of friend was definitely a high reflection for her that she needed, to get herself out of that situation, to get her mind back at ease and at peace and more balanced, set, so she can move on and let go of that past, you know, that trauma and all of that things that it was attached to it that was keeping her,
into that relationship.
yeah, keeping her like trapped. Okay, beat down. Okay, beat down. Okay, so yeah, I think to me that was like a hard. I'm just feeling like that her friend was definitely someone she needed, and that friend stuck through her through her pregnancies and through all those beatings and all of that. She was there.
When she got beat on and threw in the room, she was the only person who came out the pool to go and check on her.
Right.
She did. That was a good friend. I will say that. And she still stuck with her then after she was seeing face. Jackie was her name. Jackie. She was like, oh, don't do that, Jackie. You don't know what he goes through and what he gotta go. That was like, okay. You say
Okay.
so, you say so, friend. I'ma sit beside you. That's my friend, and I'ma sit beside her. That was Jackie until Jackie couldn't take no more. And that's it. You can only expect your friends to take so much, especially when you're going through a situation like that, and your friend is really trying to be that friend to stick with you and this, that, and the third, or whatever the situation is. You got to think Jackie was making money too.
Right.
Just being her friend. Not only am I your friend, your true divine friend, but we making money together. You
right.
doing your thing on stage. I'm your background singer. We is getting us money out here, girl. So yeah, let's go. But I ain't gonna be able to take too much of him putting his hands on you like that. Like that's fucked up.
Right.
Look at your face. Look what we gotta do to you.
Sometimes you have to have that disconnect from a higher friendship, just so you can realize, oh shit, what I don't have, and you realize that person became more of a crutch to you versus you taking what they was giving you to get out of the situation. And sometimes you have to cut the ties with people just so they can come around. You know what I'm saying? And once they come around, they can understand and reconnect, just like her and Jackie did. You know what I'm saying? And she began to get more on her spiritual mindset.
Yeah, that is totally true. That is totally true.
Because you don't want to be drained by trying to help your friend, especially if you're a higher version of yourself, that's a higher version of yourself. You don't want to keep draining yourself. That's just like keep going to God, asking God for the same shit. When are you gonna do something? You keep asking me, but you ain't doing
nothing. Like you gotta take one step so I can take two.
Right.
That's real. That's real. That's really, real. Come on, man. Like, you got to see it from somebody else's perspective sometimes. Like, sometimes you can never say what you will and won't do until you are actually in that situation. And I have
Right.
Never say,
oh, you don't know until you actually walk the footsteps.
Never say never, because that never will turn into will I ever get out of this situation.
Right.
I am gonna get out of this situation, but when?
Definitely can be your footsteps. So yeah, you got to be cautious of that too. Definitely do. But yeah, Miss Tina Turner has definitely went into the divine self, and may she continue to carry us through this with that epic energy of survival, achievement, determination, freedom, all right, all the divine energy that she was carrying, all right. May she continue to rise in power. And may her family continue to rise in power as they in the same sense too, and gain peace and understanding with this transition. Which I'm pretty sure they do, because their mother was definitely tapped in to the spiritual. So yeah. And you had to be in a peace of mind to carry and to be in this experience anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
I
I
love
think that's all I have.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we had too. But I love Tina Turner. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch that movie, y'all, 199 times, and I'm pretty sure everybody else have. And each time I
That
done
was
watched
about
it, I done cried, I done laughed. You done been on TikTok and people that made TikToks about different scenes on her. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? That's how you know how much of an impact she was. And I guarantee you, the type of person she was, if she ever seen the TikToks, maybe she did, somebody might have showed her. She probably laughed about them because our people so comical, they can turn a situation at the time that was a trauma for you and turn it to a comical situation where at the time I couldn't laugh about it, but now I can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you see some of them scenes on TikTok, y'all, I be pissy. And it be scenes that where it's like, that's really not funny, but
It
people
definitely gives you company. You gotta enjoy it. That's why I always say you got to laugh at life, man. It comes with its perks, okay?
is first. If you're able to laugh about a traumatizing situation, you are healed. You hear me? You
Right,
are
okay? You are
healed.
on
You
the right track, okay?
are
That means
healed.
you're unbothered.
Like, I'm talking about good, hearty, hard tears and all. Yeah, this shit funny as hell.
Okay? Definitely, definitely. But yes, if you got anything else to say.
No, I love y'all. I know we've been slack. Well, I'm not gonna say we. I have been slack and trying to get my mental together. So therefore, that plays a part on why we haven't been going as live as we're supposed to. But don't take it to the heart, you guys. Because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we not.
We all love y'all, and we love to go live and talk to the
Yep.
people, and y'all talk back to us. We do this all the time, and I look forward to my Wednesdays. But lately, I hadn't been looking forward to the Wednesdays because I didn't want to come to you with without a clear mind and be able.
Right, right. Like we said, everybody have to have their break, get their mindset back shifted, and we understand it. You gotta understand it nowadays. You never know what people be going through. Can't take it personal because we all got our own things and we got, we go through them. So we gotta take a break sometimes. Our family, we know, okay? We get it, okay? But for the ones in the back, baby.
I just wanted to share that and let you guys know that, no matter what we go through, we still love y'all and
Right.
we look forward to seeing y'all every Wednesday. And if you have anything that you want to talk about or discuss, please feel free to hit us up in the inbox, hit us up if you're in the group chat or the group or whatever, just, find something for us to talk about. We love to talk about it. We love to see how you feel about it. What's your opinion on it? So
Right.
because some things need to be said. And
You got that right. Yep.
on that note, you got something to say?
I really don't. That she said it all. So on that note, we will see y'all on the next one. And as always, we gonna talk about it. And we will see you on the next. Peace, family.
Bye.